Hello everyone. Previously we had discussed about the dynamic imports in ES6. So today we'll be discussing about the bind, call and apply, right? So basically what does bind, call and apply does? So basically these methods allow controlling this context in JavaScript functions. So we need to remember this. Uh, Bind, call and apply, these methods allow controlling of this context in JavaScript functions. So what does bind does basically? It creates a new function with a specific this context. So if someone asks what does bind does, what does bind do, then you have to say it creates a new function with a specific this context. So what about call and apply then? So call and apply will immediately invoke the function with a specified this and arguments, right? Again, I'm telling bind will create a new function with a specific this context. What does call and apply do then? It will immediately invoke the function with a specified this as well as arguments, right? So this is about bind, call and apply. Let's try to understand the same thing with the examples, right? First, let's try to understand using bind, and second we will try to understand using call and apply. So I'll just come here. So let me quickly write here, let person. I'll just make use of the variable person. Here I'll just create an object here, name. I'll just give Alice within strings. So I'll just come here. Let me make use of the function. I'll name this function as greet. So here let me log something. So I'll just give here hello. Instead let me make use of one. Just give me a second here. Let me make use of the template literals. So here I'll just give hello, and within the flower braces I'll just give let me give this dot name. So here we are making use of this, right? This keyword. So after this, what I'll do, I'll just make use of one more variable name. Here I'll just call this one bound greet. So here let me give here greet dot. Let's bind this one person, right? Let's bind person here. So if I call bound greet here, so basically we have logged the this one right here, hello this dot name, and name refers to we have name refers to here we have given name Alice, right, within the object. So what is the output that we need to get here? Hello Alice is the output that we need to get, right? So let's try running the code. So we are getting the output hello Alice, right? So I'll quickly explain what we have done here. So here greet.bind I'm making use of right here, this one. So what this does here is greet.bind of person. Basically it creates a new function bound to a person. So here again I'm telling this creates a new function that is bound to the person, this one person, and bound greet here, this function we have finally called here, right? So what does this does? It invokes the bound function. That is the reason we are getting the output hello Alice, right? So this invokes the bound function, and what does this do? Basically this creates a new function bound to a person. So I hope this is completely clear, right? Next let's try understanding the call and apply, implementing call and apply with a example, right? I'll just make use of the function, and let me give this one name introduce. So here I'll take two parameters, one is city and one is I'll just take country here. You can consider anything. In my case I'll just take city and country. Let's log something. I'll just give here console log of let me make use of the template literals. So here let me give this dot name from again I'll just give here Let me make use of this again. This dot city. We have considered city and country as the parameters, right? We can consider city, and finally I'll give this dot name from this dot. I'll just consider country here. So I have to give this right here. This dot country. So next what I'll do after this, let me come here. Let me give introduce dot. Let me make use of call here. Call or so I'll just give here person as well as country. Let me give some country name. I'll just give here Paris, France. Oh, this I have to give with them strings, right? So yeah, Paris and France I am giving. So person will be so person, this will be Paris basically, and France, right? So next what I'll do, introduce, I'll just make use of the apply the same thing here, person, and within the array I'll just give Paris and France. So we have already logged this one, right? Console log of this dot name from city and country. So let's try running the code. Let's see what we will get output. So Alice from undefined we are getting. Actually, we need to get the country, right? Basically. So something is wrong. Let's check what is wrong. So what I have done here is we are making use of the function. We have already called this one. I mean, we already have the parameter city and country, right? We don't need this keyword here. Here city and country is enough. So let me try running this again. So yeah, this time we are getting Alice from Paris. This is hello Alice. This is from this example, previous example, right? So Alice from Paris, comma France, Alice from Paris, comma France. We are getting this one from the call and apply method. I'll just quickly explain what we have done here. So call here we are making use of introduce dot call right here. We are making use of call person Paris and France. This what it does here is it will immediately invokes with the individual arguments. This will individually invokes with individual. I mean this will immediately invokes with the individually. I mean individual arguments. Same thing here also. It immediately invokes with individual arguments, but it uses an array of arguments when it comes to apply. I'm again telling apply. The difference between call and apply is here this is immediately invoking the individual arguments. You can see here Paris and this one France, but this one apply also immediately invokes with the individual arguments, but it uses instead of the number of arguments, it makes use of the array of arguments. You can clearly see here. This will be usually asked in the interviews. So basically the main difference is it uses the array of arguments and this doesn't use the array of arguments. Both immediately invokes with the individual arguments itself, right? So I hope these three are clear. So basically we have discussed about the bind, call and apply, right? So I hope these three concepts are clear. Next we will be discussing about the JavaScript mixins, right? So for now this is it. Thanks for watching, guys.